How did we go from this to this? Just compare them. It's fascinating that a simple pixel-based game like Tetris could mesmerize people. And let's not even start on Super Mario. Just being in color took it to another level. Today, let's explore this incredible journey from basic pixels to immersive virtual reality. Before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the GamDevHQ channel and settle in to enjoy this story. I guarantee it's going to amaze you. This is Tennis for Two, and this is the first electronic game in history. It was created by physicist William Higginbotham at Brookhaven National Laboratory in the US for physics research. His aim was to visualize physics laws using what's called an oscilloscope screen. Amazing, right? Who would think to show research through games? A few years later, MIT students created a game called Space War. This officially launched the gaming industry. Initially, games weren't designed just for entertainment. They were scientific and military experiments. In the 1960s and 70s, people began to see that computers and software could be used not just for calculations, but also for entertainment. Games emerged as a new way to fill fundamental human psychological needs. Our brains crave simulation and enjoyment. Games deliver just that. Imagine people in the 1970s being thrilled by moving simple pixels around. And today, we're diving into entire virtual worlds. And even that feels like it's not enough. Games became a social tool. People would go to arcades to play games together. From the 1990s, home consoles became popular. Games like Super Mario, Mortal Kombat, and Street Fighter became household names. In fact, the Super Mario series has sold over 600 million copies and has generated 30 to 40 billion in revenue. To compare, the movie Titanic made 2.2 billion, the movie Avatar made 2.9 billion, Super Mario made 10 times more than both combined. In the 1980s and 90s, the 8-bit and 16-bit era arrived. Nintendo's Game Boy turned the company into a giant. You can learn more about this era by watching the 2023 movie Tetris.
Tetris?
Tetris.
Tetris. Tetris.
Tetris.
It's the perfect game.
Game Boy's success came from portability and the ability to swap games using cartridges. People loved it. A fun fact for you, the game Tetris was originally created in 1984 by Soviet engineer Alexei Pajitnov. However, he didn't earn profits from it because the Soviet state owned the rights. Nintendo bought the rights, released the Game Boy with Tetris in 1989, and sold over 35 million units. Pajitnov didn't see any income until 1996 after he formed the Tetris company. Game Boy earned Nintendo over $30 billion. To compare, the Burj Khalifa cost $1.5 billion to build. You could build 20 Burj Khalifas with Game Boy revenue. This shows just how big and profitable the gaming industry is. The industry rapidly grew. Games shifted from 2D side views to 3D first-person perspectives. One major breakthrough was Counter-Strike, a team-based multiplayer game. In the 2000s, a new era began. The PlayStation 2 became the best-selling console in history. Microsoft launched Xbox, followed by Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, and Nintendo Wii, each pushing the industry forward. I remember playing PlayStation with my friends as a kid. The graphics weren't as good as today, but we loved it. Then came a turning point, Apple. Steve Jobs introduced the iPhone, and mobile gaming was born. With high-resolution touchscreens in the App Store, anyone could publish a game and earn money. Games like Angry Birds, Temple Run, and Fruit Ninja were born. Developers used languages like Objective-C, Java, C++, and ActionScript. Back then, developers had to code everything from scratch. Today, engines like Unity and Unreal make development easier, even allowing visual scripting with no or minimal code. Games also began exploring history, philosophy, and culture. Story-rich games like Assassin's Creed exposed players to historical settings and ideas. Minecraft promoted creative thinking, logic, and even coding. Counter-Strike began as a simple mod. Today, it's a global esports phenomenon with multi-million-dollar prizes. Gun skins became virtual assets, with some worth over $100,000 like the AWP Dragon lore. These skins are traded like NFTs or cryptocurrencies. Their market is often more stable and profitable than Bitcoin or the S&P 500. What once was just a game is now an investment and a business platform. By 2010, the gaming market surpassed $70 billion, outpacing the movie and music industries. In 2000, there were 200 million gamers. By 2010, there were over 1.1 billion. In comparison, the global films industry made $35 billion in 2010, while games made $70 billion. MMORPGs, massively multiplayer online role-playing games, created entire parallel worlds. Players formed alliances, fought battles, completed missions, and built friendships in real time. World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy, and Black Desert became more than games. They became communities and digital economies. World of Warcraft, launched in 2004 by Blizzard, introduced new monetization. Players could buy and sell in-game items. Microeconomies were born inside of video games. This turned gaming into a source of income. Millions joined the industry, not just as gamers, but as developers, designers, and esport athletes. Today, gaming stands at the threshold of a new era. With advanced graphics, complex logic systems, rich narratives, and cutting-edge VR technologies, games are becoming art and science. Gamers now earn more than athletes or even presidents. One example, Tyler Blevins, also known as Ninja, earned over $40 million playing Fortnite. That's the cost of building a huge arena like Humu Arena in Tashkent. Uzbek gamer Rudmek CSGO skin Dragonlore is worth $10,000 to $15,000. That's nearly the price of a real firearm. Tech giants are working on mind-blowing innovations daily. Tencent, for instance, earned over $35 billion through games like Honor of Kings, PUBG Mobile, and Riot Games titles. Sony made $37.5 billion from PlayStation alone. GTA 5, launched in 2013, made $800 million on its first day. Within 3 days, it crossed $1 billion, making it the fastest game to hit that mark. It has now earned over $8 billion. Games are now vast ecosystems. Esport tournaments attract millions. Players like Notal have net worths of 8 to 10 million and train like athletes. Unlike addicts who escape reality, esports professionals use games to transform their lives. Major championships like Dota 2, CSGO, and PUBG Mobile are global events. The 2021 Dota 2 championship had a $40 million prize pool. CSGO drew over 2.7 million live viewers. Uzbekistan also has teams participating in national and international tournaments. Between 2010 and 2025, the industry grew from 70 billion to 225 billion. Gamers grew from 1.2 to 3.3 billion. With emerging technologies, this trend is only going to accelerate. Imagine a game that understands your emotions and reacts accordingly. That's the future, with AI, VR, and blockchain. Devices like Meta's headset, Apple Vision Pro, and PlayStation VR, they're leading the charge. Soon, you're gonna feel hits in VR using gloves and suits. AR games will blur the line between the real and virtual world. Technologies like Unity and Unreal Engine are behind this magic. Every shot in PUBG and stunning Marvel visual comes from these engines. Let's check out the trailer for Call of Duty Verdansk 2025 and see how far we've come. Pixels and blocky figures are behind us. The future brings new games, new tech, and new worlds. Blockchain is revolutionizing gaming. In the play-to-earn model, players earn tokens, NFTs, and cryptocurrency through gameplay. Games like Axie Infinity, Decentraland, and The Sandbox let users own virtual pets, land, or businesses. Games like Fortnite, Minecraft, and Roblox are building the metaverse. In Fortnite, over 12 million people attended a virtual Travis Scott concert. Roblox hosts virtual brand stores. Soon, your workplace might be inside Minecraft and your colleague a fellow gamer. We could talk about the gaming industry for hours. Behind this fast-growing sector are billions of dollars, millions of people, and limitless creativity. It's not just about technology, it's creating new professions, economies, and ways of thinking. At the heart of it all are game developers. They need more than just coding skills. Today's developers work with AI, create immersive environments, design game physics, integrate psychology, and handle VR and AR tech. Globally, game developers are amongst the most in-demand specialists in IT. Europe, the US, Canada, South Korea, and Japan are not only tech leaders, they are at the heart of gaming. Entry-level developers earn $50,000 to $70,000 per year. Top experts can earn as high as $200,000 a year. The average bachelor's graduate earns about $20,000 to $35,000 per year. A game developer can earn that in just 1 month. In our next video, we'll cover how developers work, what tech they use, and how you can start a career in game development. Today's gaming world proves that even small teams or solo developers can achieve global success. Games like Flappy Bird, Stardew Valley, and Among Us were made by ordinary people who became million-dollar hits. Success doesn't come from big budgets. It comes from creativity, ideas, and action. To achieve this, you need dedication and disciplined learning. But you don't have to go to Japan, the US, or Europe to learn game development. GamDevHQ now offers international level game development courses online with over 5 million global learners. This course teaches C# and C++ and trains you on Unity and Unreal Engine in just 8 months. If you're curious who it's for, the answer is simple: anyone interested in gaming, programming, and future technologies. Check the link below for pricing and full details. Special discounts are available for our first students. You may just be a gamer today, but tomorrow, millions may live in the world you create. Games are no longer just entertainment, they're the philosophy of a new era. Thanks for watching, subscribe to GamDevHQ, and leave your thoughts in the comments below.